You know, in some ways I want to say that, like, you know, the game's puzzles are easy, but, you know, that last one, it was easy to get through, but it's only because of dumb luck, basically, for the most part. But whatever. Let's keep playing. After exploring the Manor house, I hope I'll learn more about the victim, and especially about those disturbing phenomenon the beggar spoke of. Well, let's keep going then, shall we? So there's an open window up here, as well as a rope over there.
Damn.
It's way too high. I need something to climb up there with. I'll find a way to climb up.
Damn. Damn.
If this was the only way in, well, there's a rope here. I hope it's not been used for what I think it's been used for. We'll just take that, I guess. I'll probably have to combine this with something, but whatever. If I throw it, it just as is, it's going to slide off. I'll have to find something to weight it with, so yeah. Have to weigh it down with something. The door knocker might work. The knocker off the Manor house. It fell off as soon as I touched it. I can't use it for its intended purpose, if in any case. Another thankless task, eh? Well, let's combine these. So, a grappling hook. The heavy part will serve as a weight. Let's hope it'll find a solid hold. Alright, this is simple enough. So, he throws up the grappling hook. And he snags and gets up. Alright, so here's the bedroom. A small statuette of a woman. A statuette. It could be useful. Who are you? And apparently I took it. So, interesting. A four-posted double bed. Without a doubt, the master's. There's nothing of use here. Fatigue. That's for mere mortals. You've not been slept in for a long time. Look, some tasteful decoration. If I ever have to exercise someone, I'll know where to find a crucifix. I could turn inverted, but I'd have some problems with my boss afterwards. Hey, I know this guy. That's where we came from. It says Ludwig on a door. No. It's closed. Inconceivable. It's marked Elsa on the door. No. It's locked. Nothing doing. At first sight, I'd say 15th century armor, but I'm not certain. A little bit cumbersome. In wartime, I'll have need of that. You fit me like a glove. Well, there was a ghost there. Painting. Archibald Marrow. That ancient ancestor watches over us with an all-seeing eye. There's nothing on the back. It's not of any great use unless it's for decoration. Tell me about your family. Receptacle. Alright, interesting. This is where the statue base comes in, I guess. There's a receptacle on the mantelpiece, with 3 places to put objects into. I bet I need a ring for this too. 3 things to be inserted. I'll try to find them. So I think that's probably a mix-up for developers, by the way, because like they probably should have made it so the statue was like in place until like after like I saw this, but whatever. Ornate door. It doesn't look like an ordinary door. It must hide something special. It's more finely decorated than a normal door. There's not even a handle. I'll discover whatever it is you're hiding sooner or later. Alright, well. That opened up something then. Ah, the door to Elsa's room. Either the door opened by magic, or I'm not alone here. Alright, what will I find in here, I wonder? There's an axe. What the hell's that thing? That could be useful. I won't ask about your past. It won't be much help for hunting ghosts. The piano here. Dad, I can't wait for you to come back home. I hope you'll be proud of your beloved daughter. Marrow Anthem. Rest well, Elsa. Alright, apparently we got a puzzle to like, play piano here. Okay, so we got notes. Let's move into like, more help with like, other like, things, but whatever. Numbers I guess will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here's the thing, basically, like, using like numbers to like denote the notes is going to make it difficult to like, figure out what I'm supposed to do here. I can hardly remember how to read music, but I'll try to play this. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to assume it goes up to 10 here, so 9, 7, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. Well, that wasn't it. And yet again, by the way, we have a puzzle where like I can't like exit this, so I have to get like right in order to like move here. So, oh, you know what? Triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that helps a little bit, I think. 7, 5, 7, 3, 4, 6. I don't think I did that right. Well, let's try that again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Here's the thing, by the way, I'm just trying to count this, and it's like, ugh. Is it like, this is like the one here versus like empty space, or like not? I'm not really sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yeah, I think I'll go like, 7, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7. Here's the puzzle. Well, there we go. There's another statue. Why not? Jump screams. A second statuette. There must be a third one somewhere. A piano in her bedroom. It must have been more than a pastime. It's covered in dust. It doesn't work anymore. All the strings have been cut. I would have loved to learn to play. It's such a beautiful instrument, alas. Notebooks and music scores. The room is carpeted with dozens of notebooks and music scores. Elsa was a great lover of music by all appearances. I'll leave it alone. I can't quite read all these notes. A classical repertoire. Bach, Schubert, Scribner, amongst others, all the greats. Well, let's keep going, I guess. We know what we have to do right now. Let's try to look at this here. So, maybe like this. Do I need both? Yes, joy, joy, joy. How does this work, basically? I would like more hint space at this point, but because I feel like in this brute forcing how do I get through here. But whatever. Well, I guess what I have to do is go over here to this receptacle and get it solved somehow, but whatever. Alright, well. Here's what I'm thinking. Am I like just missing something somewhere? No. It's locked, not to worry. I'll find something here to open it with. Alright, so here's where you finally need the axe, I guess. We'll just use the axe here to like clobber the door. Smash! Here's Bart! Alright, well, here's Bart's room. Library. Adventure books. Mechanics, geography, and plenty of other subjects. At the moment, I can't see anything I need. In case I have trouble sleeping. There's everything needed here to enrich the mind. Trunks full of thousands and 1001 assorted objects. There's tools, masks, models. It all depends on what I need. No other things, but no sign of statue. If I was a little genius, how I would enjoy myself with all this clutter. The room has been abnormally disturbed, like the last one. It's useless. This place has seen tragic events. If only I could see into the past and understand what's been going on here. Alright, here we go. Ludwig's office. So, another little puzzle again. Because why not? Dearest Papa, tales of the voyage of our ancestors, Archibald Marrow, have so captured my imagination that I created a little automaton that retraces the Odyssey. I hope it will amuse you during your convalescence, and will fill your heart with pride at my modest achievements in engineering and navigation. Alright, so, April 1457. First day of the voyage, Archibald Marrow leaves the small island where he has been trading and sets his sails for the northeast. A perfect wind calmly blows him into the Gulf, sailing even by the night, thanks to the splendid moon. The 7th day, the wind having completely dropped, the vessel drifted toward the south, despite all the crew's efforts. One dark night, that prohibited any precision taking a terrible storm, from which it barely escaped, almost wiped out the expedition. The following day, Archibald Marrow, making good use of the raging winds that followed the storm, in an explicit but intuitive decision, wheeled the ship in the exact opposite direction from that which they took at the start, and by roundabout means, a hitherto unknown current led them effortlessly to the position off the coast of Rockborg. The last week, under skies clement and favorable sailing due east, Archibald brought his expedition safely into port, where he revealed his new route that has hereto served a commerce that has never ceased to flourish. Alright, so he's still northeast. Alright, so alright, I get the idea here. Basically, I have to, like, mash it up the right way. How's this work, I wonder? I see, like, a triangle here, so a split moon is probably like a new moon, maybe? Alright, there we go. We got ourselves, like, that far. The 7th day. The wind having completely dropped. So it dropped. The vessel drifted toward the south. Despite all the crew's efforts. Okay, so 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's the wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe this way? So I have to go, you know, that way. Clockwise. One dark night that prohibited any expedition taking a terrible storm, from which it barely escaped, almost wiped out the expedition. Alright, a dark night. So, a dark night would be like, you know, no moon, I guess. A terrible storm meaning like all the wind. The following day, so that would be like, you know, that one right there. Archibald, making good use of the raging winds that followed the storm, in an explicable but intuitive decision, wheeled the ship in the exact opposite direction from that which I took at the start. And by relevant means, a hitherto unknown current led them effortlessly to a position off of the coast of Rockburg. So, he would have gone north. Maybe I have to put, like, you know, southwest then? Okay, there we go. The last week. Under skies clement and favorable, sailing due east. Archibald brought the expedition safely into the port, where he revealed his new route that has hitherto observed a commerce that has never ceased to flourish. So, clement and favorable. One of these two right here, I guess. So, the last week. Now, this is going to be a problem because I'm not sure what the last week is basically going to be, so... Like, how long was the trip? I don't know. But whatever. 1, 2, maybe it's like a month-long trip, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's all it was. There's a statue. Well, that was like, you know, not too bad, I guess. Alright, well. There we go. And we open a door. It doesn't look like an ordinary door. It must hide something special. Oh, there's the ghost. Alright, so, the tomb of Isidore Marrow. The portrait of Isidore Marrow. It's a portrait in oils of the descent of the Marrow according to his tradition. No. He kept a proud appearance, even if his illness is just visible. You certainly wouldn't be proud of what this town's become. The tomb is inscribed Isidore Marrow, surely the father of the family. Better not touch. I shouldn't even touch it. Rest in peace. A ghost. It must be Miss Marrow. I must speak to her. So she's the ghost of the manor. She's grieving on her husband's tomb. Maybe I can catch her attention. That ring you've got there belongs to my son, Ludwig. Tell me what's happened. Miss Marrow, I presume. I have some bad news for you. I'm listening. A man threw himself off the Rockburg panorama last night. My God, Ludwig, you too? I'm truly sorry. Except, according to the witness, it wasn't a suicide. Ludwig murdered? I think your son was a victim of something supernatural. He looked possessed and tried to escape by killing himself. But something else happened, something much stranger. Something that only happens when a fault between two dimensions opens. That's impossible. What are you trying to tell me? Coming from a ghost, I wouldn't have thought that supernatural would surprise you that much. You're right. And to think, I mistook you for a burglar. Do excuse me for all that, please. It's nothing. I've seen plenty of my time. And so, you no longer have any connection with your children? No. My husband died after a very long illness, followed hard on his heels by the crisis. Ludwig was too young to take over his father's firm. Elsa was a talented pianist. She wasn't interested in business. My children were taken away from me, and so I fell into despair. I see. But who took your children? You're not from around here, I see. I'll have to tell you more about the last few years in Rotborg. It was a flourishing town, both economically and culturally speaking. Everywhere it was talked of as a fortunate place to live. Ours was a very important family, as half of the fishermen earned their living thanks to the Manor company. We held sumptuous dinners where the town's future was decided amongst our partners and our friends. But after the crisis, the town was shaken by violent struggles and the economy collapsed. Then a young businessman appeared. Stanislaus Ra, or Stanislaus Rage, perhaps. He took possession of the strategic areas for a pittance. He built up an empire, gradually obtaining a stranglehold, without worrying about the beauty of the soul of his town. But he had a free hand. Our families attracted to the hatred of the people, unjustly. When I think that we were accused of being obsessed by money, we would never have done a fraction of what he did. But it was too late. The town's immunity defenses were exhausted. A typical demonic practice, I see. Where can I find his Ra, or Rach? He's thrown up this tower on top of the old town hall. You can't miss it. Very well, thank you very much. This has cleared up a lot of things for me. I still don't know anything about this Ludwig, unfortunately, but I absolutely must find out what's been going on here. His murderer is hiding something. Perhaps you could get in touch with Elsa. Maybe they were still in contact. That's true, after all. Would you have any idea how to find her? It was 20 years ago. She must be 30 by now. When the creditors of Stanislaus Raj repressed our property, they made sure I was taken for a madwoman. They put my children in an orphanage. I've never seen them since. Oh. I'm really sorry for you, Miss Merrill. I think that Elsa stayed on in Rotborg. I can't see any other way than to search for her all over town. Not a very enchanting prospect, but I'll ask some acquaintances if they've got any leads. I really must get to the bottom of this. And what about Stanislaus Ra, or Raish? I was gonna call him Stan. Don't worry. I reserved a place in hell for him. Thank you so much. And there goes the ghost. Rest in peace, Miss Merrill. So, it was Ludwig Merrill, the descendant of the reigning family of Rotborg. But why was he murdered? And why did such a fault open up at the moment he died? I haven't all the pieces yet, but I'm getting there. I absolutely have to find his sister, Elsa. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Luckily, I've got competent sources. Vamoose! Alright, so current objective. Madeleine Marot advised me to look for Elsa, who might know more about what happened to her brother. All I know about her is that she's 30, but I don't even know if she's still in Rotborg these days. I'll have to find her myself. Alright, here's like the lore and stuff at this point. So, Signet Ring. So it was Ludwig Merrill, a descendant of the grandest family in Rotborg, who died. But what could link him to an interdimensional fault? And what demon do you think we're basically chasing after now? Alright, so he built up a tower on top of the town hall, so Maybe up here? Nothing new here. Hey you! You were hanging around the Panorama a while ago. Scene of the crime, right? And you would be head of police, I think. Precisely. And according to the law, I ought to bring you in. Excuse me, for what? Carrying a weapon in public. You've no reason to walk about with that thing like that. Let's see, my friend. This town is squalid and infested with criminals. You permit child prostitution. You disguise crimes as suicides. Let's just go with you permit child prostitution. I have even less excuse to take seriously a police officer who allows the merry smile to prostitute young girls. I won't allow you to... Excuse me, what do you mean? I know very well what goes on there, but the law... Luckily for you, fate's giving you a helping hand. Yeah, I heard it burnt down a few hours ago. That's one thing less to have to deal with, I suppose. No thanks to the police, unfortunately. It's a sensitive issue. I did what I could. Listen, I know very well what goes on in this town. But we can't go around to everything at the same time, can we? It's not possible to make everything public. Nor is it a waived procedure to compromise social cohesion, or... You don't really have any choice, I see. Yes, it's a constant struggle. I do what I can. What's your name? Me? Commissioner Louis Radlevec. My name is Bartholomeus. Yeah, it's Bart. What's that? I promise you I'll do no harm with this sword. It's understood. I didn't intend to arrest you, you know. I have other fish to fry. It was just a warning. I'll remember. Move along then. Alright, well. We spoke to the head of police, I guess. You know, I never looked around here, I don't think. Bet Spiral. A betting shop for all sorts of wagers. It's closed. Something else to bring down the habits down. Making money from people's addictions. Shameless. It's closed. Alright, well. They're still injured, I assume. Alright, that takes me up to the Cathedral. We'll probably go there at some point, but you know. I just want to explore to see if I can go into Green Bus, I guess, at this point, so let's do that first. And I can, so why not? So there's a way upstairs, and there's like, you know, a few people to talk to. Sleeping drunk, barmaid, and drunk. She's one of the few women of about 30 in this place. Maybe it's her. After all, I can always try. Could that be her? Demero Harris? So that might actually be the person, apparently. This guy's having trouble supporting his own weight. I say he's going to throw up at any minute. I better not shake him. The state he's in, I doubt there's anything to be done. Do you need a bucket or something? A fat guy's fallen asleep, totally drunk. I'd empty his pockets if I was the hood, but I've chosen the other side. He's soaked in booze. I can smell his breath from here. That's enough not to want to speak to him. We'll speak to her in a moment, by the way, but you know. Let's see what else is basically on offer here, so to speak. A type of mini piano. Alright, so this is basically like a recap of like her being here. It really works. I have better things to do. You remind me of something. A customer, and well dressed too. They seem to be awake at least. This guy looks like he's in good company. He's busy, I think. It's closed. Well, let's talk to her and see if she's possibly the person. Does this ring mean anything to you? What? Where did you get that from? Elsa Marrow. Thank God, if I never find you. You've been sent by Raj, that's it. What have you done to my brother? Raj? Nothing of the sort. No. You've all got it in for me. Go away. In for you? Wait, you don't understand. Get out, or I'll call the police. Calm down, Elsa. Get away, Nutter. I don't want anything to do with you. Good grief, I can't get through to you. Too bad. I'll have to try something else. Alright, well, we found her. She's basically in this, like, you know, place right here. I found Elsa, but she's convinced herself that I'm up to no good. I'll have to find a way to change her mind. There must be a way to make her understand. Well, I don't have the item anymore, so... Huh.
The secret is supreme indeed.
Probably remember the melody? Is this through noise? Don't need to know piano. Alright, so this is really bad because, you know, this is like a memory game. You're trying to actually remember something that, like, you guys played a little bit while ago. I can remember the melody. Oh, there we go. I can actually do it this way. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 5, 7. Alright, so clicking a bit makes it a little bit like easier to remember the melody. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 7, 5, 7. Triangle 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7. What? What's that? That music. It's my hymn to Rotbork. Who are you? I don't wish you any harm. I just want to uncover the truth about your brother's murder. Have you got a moment? Yes, tell me everything. I see. So, in a nutshell, after you were shut up in that orphanage, Ludwig and you had to give up your respective aspirations. You had absolutely no support at all. The Stan mob made sure we were kept under. This is the only kind of work I can get, you see. I see. Ludwig tried everything, and each time it came to nothing. And I'm sure that was Ra who scuttled it. My brother and I were crippled with the debts we owed to the Rotberg Bank. Run by Ra, of course, like everything else. And so Stan Ra proposed a pact with your brother to clear those debts. That's what he told me one evening. This pact certainly cost him his life. You wouldn't know what it could have been about. No idea, but I'm going to find out. Empty from the inside. I've never seen the like. All that for money, and it's deeper than that. The whole town is in the clutches of demons. Oh, that's what you were saying before. It's a bit weird, but I suppose it's one way of looking at things. I'm going around to the Ra's tower and deal with him. In his tower, but it's a stronghold. Elsa, you must have promised me something. After I've dealt with him and moved on, you've got to ditch this job and take over the running of Rockborg. Run this town? The demon is one thing, but there will always be corruptible people. After I leave, somebody will have to pull things back on track. No, I can't. I wouldn't have the strength. Try. If only in memory of your brother and parents. It will no longer be my business. Stop. You're asking too much of me. You don't have to succeed, but you can at least try. Think it over. Blam! Hey, what's going on in here? It's just... Fiction again, Elsa? Get back to work instead of trying to pick up the clients. Yes, Mr. Cone, sorry. You'll have to forgive her. She's not quite right in the head since she's lost her parents. Something in the genes, I presume. Her mother was cracked too. What do you think, Elsa? You reckon it's genetic too? I don't. Allow me to offer you a drink on the house to excuse her. Distracted character. That'll be deducted from her wages. You're her boss, aren't you? Yes. My name is Niels Paul Coyne. So, this guy's also the guy who runs the hotel. He works for Rage's Corporation. The Rage Corporation, I see. Get back to your mop, you. I don't need a scrubber to introduce me. Keep cool. This sure could be useful. Thanks for the offer anyway. I'm a bit curious. Could I have a look at your office? Of course. I was just taking a break myself, if you care to join me. Alright, so we found like the guy who owns the hotel here. Well, let's just go say hi to him. So that'll take me back out. A good old coffee machine for long nights. I don't want to owe anything to that dumbass. I don't feel like coffee. I won't need it by the looks of things. There's a computer there, so that's why he sends his emails out, of course. A radiator. A radiator. At the same time, this place doesn't look too well isolated. I'm not cold, thanks. We're warming up the atmosphere. We could have a heated exchange. The screen's full of icons and pictures. I won't take it away. It belongs to the boss of the green bus. He must be used to it for work. Just an error of those machines that go beep beep is totally weird. A rat-faced traitor is written all over. I might still learn something from him. Let's play this carefully. He's Elsa's boss, a real scumbag. So, you work for Raj. Very impressive. Yes, I also work for the Raj Foundation, which helps young people in distress. There's a lot of bad things said about my master. My employer. He's a millionaire, but first and foremost he's a philanthropist. He gives much of the money to orphans, such as little Elsa. And her brother. Yes. She was mumbling something about her brother. They found the poor bastard squashed flat like a pancake the other day. That doesn't seem to have helped the girl's mental health. I believe the strain of his debts was too much for him, and he wanted to put an end to his life. However, she seemed to be saying that Raj was ready to cancel his debts. Really? How odd. I didn't know that. That's not surprising. You did say he was a philanthropist. He's just a puppet. He's of no use to me. You were saying? I was saying. He's so honest looking. I'd like to do business with such a good man. Do business? You're in business? Of course. I'm a fruit exporter from South America. Really? I'm here on vacation, but I'm itching to do business. I just can't help it. If only I could help if I could meet him and open up a new trading route. A new trading route from South America? In that case, you should find him in his tower at this time of day. Wonderful. And if you care to tell him I sent you, you see, I understand. Depend on me not to forget when I get the chance. Wonderful. My luck's smiling on me at last. I'll be off then. Let's hope he'll have time to see me. Oh, or I hope so. Good evening to you, my dear fellow. Alright, so. I think I know enough. Okay, well, we'll leave him be. I guess Elsa's gone for now. Alright, well. Here's a question. How do I get up to here? Possibly from the cathedral, I bet. Let's go up this way, I guess. And here's a clinic door, apparently. The sign says opening times 8 AM till 6 PM, except major emergencies. There doesn't look too solid. If I ever get injured, I suppose. Hello? The clinic is closed, except for emergencies, till 8 AM tomorrow. I can't just walk in like that? It's not a museum. No, it's not, so clear the way, please. Okay. Good to know we can't go in there just yet. Alright, so. Statue of a fish man. And we got a couple of places over here to look around. So this probably crosses over to this area over here. Or down to here, I guess. A strange statue, a man, half fish and half human. I can't even make out his glassy stare. The statue is enormous. There's no indication of the sculptor's name. All that's written is Innsmouth Place. Oh, we made it to the cathedral. So, alright, we found a cathedral here. This is the plaza down here. That probably leads to like the town hall up there, I bet. Which means this leads down to the cop. Okay, so getting my bearings here slowly. It looks like every other shop is shut. Let's look elsewhere. I'm not going to find any demons here. In such a corrupt town, if your business doesn't stink of evil, you've gone bankrupt. Some gargoyles over here, I guess. There's gargoyles and sculptors everywhere. They seem very much at home at Rothburg. I don't want any. More gargoyles. It reminds me of a limbo. Smile a while. Telephone booth. A public telephone. It works with a card or change. I'm surprised nobody's ripped the receiver off yet. Sounds busy. I have no one to call. A cast iron water fountain. When I push, nothing comes out. Strange. Luckily, I'm not thirsty. Still no water. What's the matter? Can I offer you a drink? Well, let's just go check the cathedral here for a moment. I couldn't stop the construction of that huge and ungodly supermarket. Gargoyles are meant to repel the devil, in theory at least. This creature was from our age, to raise the cathedral. Poor thing. So, Consumer Market. Consumer Market, enormous retail outlet. It's closed. It says Monster offers on Petula. They couldn't have chosen a better spot for this thing. Rose window. The stained glass rose of the cathedral. Can I go inside? And it's just a piece of work. Feels just like home. Well, looks like I can go into church here. Rockport Cathedral, a symbol of past splendor. I could take a photo. These neon lights are a modern version of divine light, I suppose. I may not be objective, I know, but it's nevertheless a masterpiece. So, Elsa thinks that the death of her brother is linked to Sashim Ra, whom she believes is a demon. Very well, I'll pay him a visit in his tower. So, I've tracked down Ludwig Marrow's sister, Elsa. They've both been persecuted by Stanislas Ra, the entrepreneur tycoon who runs this town. So he's probably the person we're going to go after here, by the way. Now, I think one of these guys is all about money, so... probably we're going to be going against Manor here. This Emperor of Profit destroys the same base of human society to sacrifice insatiable thirst for money. The gain is good only when the labor is hard, and he will vaporize the vital strength of the workers' kind of system. So probably this is who we're going to go after right now. There's an altar here. The altar of the cathedral. Heavens, no way. I have no offerings to proffer. Choose, this is a place of confrontation. Fashion boosts. Alright, well I'll explore like this cathedral a little bit more like later on. But I think it's like good for like this episode here. And whether or not I basically go here to like, you know, explore the cathedral or not, we'll like leave that for next time. For now, let's call it here. I hope you guys basically enjoyed it, and take care.